Alright guys, it's Justin again with another unboxing video. This time it's going to be the Perfect Grade RX-78-2. I didn't get a chance to unbox this when I did my first run through this kit. I kind of joined the YouTube Gunpla community about halfway through my build, and I was showing off parts as I was building them, and I never actually properly showed off the kit. Maybe I'll do that at some point. But this is... as many of you know, I have not a huge collection, but I have a bunch of RX-78-2s. I think I have more RX-78-2s than I have Gundams. Well, as far as complete ones anyway. So, this will be my second time running through this guy. But the only difference is this time I'm only using a frame. I'm going to use the frame for the legs, I'm going to use the frame for the arms, I'm going to use the frame for the waist, and I think a little bit for the shoulders, and that's it. The rest of this kit is going to be I guess spare parts and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know. So the box is actually pretty plain. I kind of like the design actually. It's just a plain dark blue navy box. It's got RX-78-2 in like a yellowish orange color, then Gundam in gold. You've got Perfect Grade. In the corner up here you've got the Gundam kind of insignia, like the mark of I guess authenticity, and then the Bandai logo in the corner, and on the front it shows the model number, the pilot, and just stats about the thing, what weapons it has, and then it lists all that same stuff on the side, but there's more technical information on here. So if you guys want to go ahead and look at this, it should be available in HD, so you guys can pause and watch this stuff or see what this says. I don't feel like reading it all off. And then on the other side we've got more stuff, but this time I think it's in Japanese. I think it's all the same stuff. More like, I think this is actually like a part count, but this is just some other stuff. And the sides are plain as well. I really like the plain box design. It looks it's different, so it's nice to see something a little different from Bandai. But when you open this guy up, this is where the real treat is. You've got what is essentially your standard master grade size box times 3. So you're going to get 3 separate trays of parts essentially for this kit. And boy is it a monster of a kit. I mean, I know there's bigger Perfect Grades out there, much bigger, but you know, the first time I opened this box, it was like Christmas. It was like my first Christmas, I guess, because I wanted this kit for a long time, and I got it, and I tore into it immediately. So I think this is what kind of jump started my Gunpla craze. This guy. So let's go ahead and look at all the runners, and you guys can see what this comes with, and maybe you guys will decide based on this if you want to pick this guy up or not. It's a great Perfect Grade. I think it's a really good first Perfect Grade, definitely. So first you've got your G plate. It's got your skirts, your waist armor, the connection piece for your skirts, core block, some stuff for the core fighter, and beam saber blades. Next we have A, which is arm parts, head parts, the caps for the elbows, more side stuff for the head, face mask, stuff like that, the Mohawk camera. The next plate is E, which has 2 sitting pilots, which I didn't even know were included. I completely forgot about that. So maybe I'll paint these up for use with the conversion. Beam sabers, core fighter parts, beam sabers, the shield, massive shield. You can see it's as big as my hand. Internals for the backpack, for the elbows, you know, thrusters, just internal mechanics. Good stuff. And finally, we have the end plate, which is not all, but I think a majority of your blue pieces. So you've got some stuff for the core fighter, the chest, which has an opening hatch gimmick, more stuff for the core fighter. It's basically the core fighter and the chest. And on the opposite side, you've got internal stuff for the ankles, legs, frame stuff basically. And some of these parts, despite it being a perfect grade, look at how small these parts are. Like, this is something you would see like as a standard master grade size part, and it just kind of slips inside and is a seamless part of the design essentially. And then here we've got the instruction manual. I'll go over that last. Alright, in the middle we have a box. It's actually a box, it's not just a thing. It's got a shot of the RX-78 with it's got like opening hatches on half of it. So like the arm, the leg, chest, the skirts, it's half open. So here you've got screws all over the place, an LED, some springs, lots more screws. This was honestly my least favorite part of this kit because they did a really bad job of kind of labeling things for people who don't read Japanese, so you just kind of have to guess at what goes where, and it was a pain in the ass. So you've got P, which is more frame stuff, the hands, these are for the arms, and then just some joints and stuff like that. And then you've got T, which is clear parts, mostly for the core fighter and some various bits and bobs around the kit. Here's the eyes and the shield. You've got O, which is I think actually all the yellow on the kit as a whole. So the shield, the collar, the skirts, and the chest vents, and the scope, all that stuff. You got your knees, leg stuff. More internal leg stuff. I think most of this is legs. Yeah. You've got I, which is shoulder stuff, and the gun. You've got M, which is your red part for the shield, core fighter. The rest of this is core fighter. So D, white parts for the shoulders, skirts, shoulders, side skirts, tops of shoulders, and the wrists. And then this is your construction manual, which actually shows you how to build the kit. So that's where these things become confusing, is they come with two manuals instead of just one. But it's not. I'm sure, you know, with just a peek you can go, okay, this is obviously for building, and this is just other stuff. Alright, S is your sheet of chrome. I'm still not sure if I'm going to paint these, or repaint these after stripping them, or if I'm just going to leave them how they are, because they don't look bad, and nub marks are pretty well hidden, so it's not that big of a deal, but I might paint them just for the sake of doing it. But you get lots of pistons, like the majority of this is pistons, but then you've also got the landing gears for your core fighter. You've got the kind of RG style multi molded parts that are, you know, pre-assembled on the runner. These are your shoulder joints. These are for your legs, I believe, and yeah, these are for your shoulders. I think these are for the legs or for the forearms, and then these are all your fingers, and these are all pre-assembled on the runner. You just have to cut them out and put them in the appropriate place, and it's done. Here you have, well, normally it would be a massive sheet of stickers, but considering the size of the kit, not so much. Am I zoomed in? No, okay. And then on the other side you've got the chest internals, lots of that, some head stuff, just various bits. You've got two C plates, C1 and C2. These are for armor parts for your legs, mostly. L has all the red for the feet and for the lower torso, all that good stuff. And then you've got a massive, massive, massive sheet of polycaps. So these are pretty necessary. And finally we have R, which is all the pieces for the, they go with the pistons, and then a B plate, which is the last of the white armor pieces for the kit. Fun, 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 fun. I can't wait to build this guy again. It's going to be a lot of fun. So let's look at our manuals. We have the instruction manual, which unfortunately I can't read Japanese. I wish I could, because it would be the best thing. I would learn all this technical information about the RX-78 and what all this stuff does and how it works and what it does. I said that already, but whatever. But you know, you can see the core fighter, the core block, the frame, and this is, you know, one of the first complete frames for the RX-78 that I've, as far as I know anyway. So it's really nice that, you know, they did this. Some information about the core fighter, how it transforms, you know, stuff like that. I mean, I don't know what exactly this says, but some of the pictures illustrate well enough how it works and what it's trying to depict to you, I guess. The backpack, the vent system, the way the RX-78 works is the thrusters generate stuff and it exhausts through the chest instead of exhausting through the back. I think this is like technical information on like the speed and all that good stuff that this thing does. I wish I knew what that said, because I feel like an idiot just kind of rambling about it. The legs, the way the legs work, leg thrusters, all that good stuff, the arms, the cameras on the kit, or on the suit, the way the optics work, the 60mm Vulcans in the head, really cool to see how that works as well. And another thing I really liked about this was that behind the little yellow barrel of this, they actually had a little Gatling gun inside, and it looked like that even though you don't actually see it unless you open up the head. So that was actually shown. The layers of the metal for the shield, the way the beam saber works, the gun, and then the decal guide, the color guide, and just some basic stuff about the kit as a whole. So really cool stuff here. If you could read this, I guess it's worth reading it. I think it would, you know, kind of let you know a little bit more about the design of this guy and the way it works. And I think that's really cool that they include this in the perfect grades, because it kind of gives you a little bit more background information on what you're building, and it makes it seem like it's a little more real, even though this isn't a thing that actually exists. So that's really neat to me. And this one we have the construction manual. This is actually a completely different type of paper. This is like a thicker, kind of like almost a cardstock, but this is pretty much standard paper. And instead of what you would normally see in your Bandai kits, this is actually molded in, or not molded, wow. It's printed on white with blue ink, and it looks kind of like blueprints, so that's really cool. But it goes over construction, how to build it, how your armor panels work, how everything moves, and it does a really good job showing off all the armor panels moving. I really like that a lot. And then the final page, it shows how you can insert the core fighter or the core block, whichever one you want to do. Final construction, and just like gimmicks and stuff like that with the kit. How to put the beam sabers on, how to mount the shield and the gun to the back, and then a shot of the core fighter kind of flying through space. So, with that, I guess here soon I will be tearing into this guy and painting monotonously the frame bits and getting it all ready for the conversion, which hopefully goes smoothly. I'm going to do it one bit at a time, and I'm going to paint and paint and paint and paint and mask and paint and paint. And my work in progresses will be churning out slowly but surely here soon, and hopefully you guys enjoy them as much as I'm going to enjoy painting this thing as part of this build-off. I'll probably take breaks here and there to work on other stuff. I have some big plans that I have actually just recently made, so I'll let those be a secret for now. But you know, this is my big project. This is gonna, I think this build-off goes until the first of the year, until early next year, something like that. So I've got a little bit of time to work on this. I don't want to say plenty of time, because if I say that, I'm going to slack, and then I'll try to paint the whole thing in 2 weeks, and it'll be a disaster. So, like I said, I am going to take my time on this. I'm going to paint. I'm going to do it one leg at a time, and then do the waist, and then I'll do the chest area, and then I'll do the arms, and then the head and the weapons last. Even though I'm notorious for slacking and skimping on weapons and accessories, I think where this is a big resin kit and there's lots of detail on it, I think I'll be more inclined to actually take my time and make it look nice. So we will see. This will be part of the group build over at the Mecha Lounge, and you guys should definitely go check it out if you're not already over there watching. There's lots of amazing builders over there. My good old buddy Jim, who is responsible for me even participating. Steezy, everybody knows Steezy. Mr. Gav, there's a couple other, I don't remember off the top of my head, I'm sorry you guys. You can yell at me later. But yeah, so this is going to be my entry into this. We do have another guy actually building an RX-78, but he's adding his own details and stuff like that, and it looks really cool. I can't wait to see that. So I'm glad I brought something a little different to the table. That's my favorite thing to do. But yeah, so I'm going to leave it at this, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all the support and all that stuff, guys. I'll see you guys with the next work in progress for this real soon. So see you guys later.